Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Before the last week, when was the last time you heard about balloons, spy balloons flying over the United States of America or Canada? I don't remember. But I know it wasn't in 20 years. They might have been, but I never heard. Now, I'm pretty sure you experienced the same, what? So, before a week ago, I've never heard of balloons flying like that and being a problem and being shut down by anybody. I'm pretty sure they were flying, but it was not a problem. Now is a problem. Okay, well, the balloons are there. We can see them. The problem is when you have weasels trying to use this in pinning some country, which is the United States, against another country, which is possibly Russia, with the balloon stories. And I will have here an article, actually I have about 4 articles, to prove, or at least to lay down a little bit of a coincidence, let's put it this way. Let's start with the first article. The first article comes from Ukrinform, which is a Ukrainian media outlet, right? And this is from today. Actually, yesterday, I'm sorry. No, today, but it's tomorrow in Ukraine. So it's from the 13th of February, 2023, 4:31 a.m. Kiev time. So still here is 12th of February. Now, breaking news. What? You didn't know that? Ukrainian military says enemy balloons recorded over Dnipropetrovsk region. Now, what do you think? It's a breaking news today because 4 unidentified balloons or hexagon or whatever, hexagonal or pentagonal, I don't know what kind of, I think it's a hexagonal objects were hit. One was hit over the Huron Lake Huron in Michigan. So isn't that strange that all of a sudden the Ukrainians are seeing balloons over there? Since this intervention of Russian forces in Ukraine, I haven't heard one word, one time, the mention of balloons used by anybody for 1 year. 1 year. What a coincidence. Now everybody's using balloons. So if those balloons, they don't know where they come from, but hey, Ukraine says enemy balloons, which is Russia, are flew. Is it possible that those balloons that invaded the American and Canadian airspace could be Russian? Why don't you investigate it a little bit? And when you find out, you realize that the Russians actually violated your territory, your airspace. So that means you have to react. How you can react? On our side. You tell me, do you think this is a coincidence? I don't think it's a coincidence. And I'm going to give you another example. I'm going to give you more than one example to support my claim. Now here we have another example. Let me find here the little article. I need this. All right. So this is another example. Here. Remember, remember Kurds, remember the Iranians, and you remember the Turks. It's a very complicated relationship over there, especially between the Kurds and the Turks and the Iranians the Kurds, and they're all like nobody likes anybody, but sometimes they have to cooperate. Turkey is kind of friendly, cozy with Russia. That has to be changed. How do they change it? Saying, for instance, that Kurds are fighting on the Russian side and Russia uses Kurdish mercenaries, therefore then the Russians will owe them and probably they will help them against Turkey. Would that be something? And then you have Iran. Well, remember the problem with the Iranian drones, the Shahid, and then the long-range missiles that Iran supposedly will send, still sending to Russia. Remember that? That was again an attempt to draw the same guy, United States, into the frenzy on their side by mentioning Iran. Maybe Iran is involved, and could be, I don't know. But this coincidental, triangles by the third party outside just saying, hey, United States, the Iranians are using, the Russians are using the Iranians. They can't do that. You got to attack them or do something. And Israel said, yes, 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 you do that. You have to do that, please. All right, that's one. Now we have the Kurds. Hey, Turkey is too cozy with Putin, Erdogan. Something must be done here. What can we do about it? Well, how about we hit them where it hurts them the most? Kurds. When Turks hear about the Kurds, they're like, ready, I'm ready. Or the Kurds right now could be even higher than the Greeks in the, enemy list, to put it mildly. So now they say, and this is what they say, and listen to this thing. Intelligence, this comes from the Kiev Independent, okay? 14 hours ago today, so today is the 12th of February, 2023. Intelligence intercepted call shows Russian recruits Iranian Kurdish drone operators. So Russians are so dumb that they need Iranians and Kurdish because they don't know how to operate those drones. Why didn't they employ, North Koreans? Probably they're over there too. Who else do we need to attack? Maybe some Serbs? That's a good one. Maybe some, who else is on the list? Maybe Argentina? Maybe Nicaragua? Maybe Cubans? There are some Cubans over there. Definitely there are Cubans over there. Okay? This kind of things is BS. Now remember, that's the intelligence, Ukrainian intelligence, coming out with this. What if tomorrow, let's say, the Russians say, hey, the Russian intelligence intercepted some communication between, let's say, Ukraine and Erdogan, saying that they want to attack, let's say Israel. Would that work? Everybody would say, that's impossible. Or let's say we intercepted the communication between Poland and Lithuania, which says that they want to go and invade Ukraine, and take territories back. Everybody would say, what's the source? Russia. But somehow we believe what the intelligence of Ukraine says. Why? We know how intelligence works, right? No, not like that. And besides, this is how it works. In the United States, at least, when these guys from CIA or FBI are in front of a senatorial commission or panel investigating something, supposedly, and I'm here, let's say I'm an FBI agent, big boss, not a, FBI, those ones with the movies, the cool guys. No. A guy, and he's over there and standing in front of these senators that he knows everything about. He has information about these guys, with whom, what, when, and how, and who, and they know all those things. So this is, look at this guy's whistles. If I want, I destroy you with the information I have. But go ahead, your question. And they say, well, the question is this. And they say, well, we know, the institution, FBI or CIA, we know that Emil is a bad dude, and Emil must be And they say, well, what is the evidence? That's confidential information. We can't share it with you or with anybody, but we tell you that, and you have to believe it, and we will act upon this because we have to save you. We're going to save you and make sure that the population, the American people, are defended and secured. Yes. They don't have to provide evidence. It's confidential. They will impede the ongoing investigation or something, or it's top secret. But I tell you, and you have to believe me, I can tell you that whatever I want. I can tell you your dad is a criminal, and I don't have to provide. It's top secret, and you can get it. Can you provide me? No, it's top secret. It's ongoing investigation, and we're still working on it, or something like that. So the same. The intelligence does not have to provide too much information. Watch a few videos, if you mind, on YouTube. Still there, and see when these whistles are asked from director of CIA or FBI by, let's say, Rand Paul, or not only, and see how they answer. Well, we know that for a fact. We know that. Okay, what's the evidence? I can provide you. It doesn't work that way, and you have power to act based on information. It's like I can say whatever I want about anybody, and I don't have to prove that I'm going to act, upon what the intelligence I have. So I don't believe shit what these guys are saying. Just me. Just me. And we have another one right here. Coincidental. We have this little article, which comes from another Ukrainian outlet. From Sunday 12th. Russian occupiers likely involved Kurd mercenaries to curate Shahid attack. Ukraine's defense intelligence again. Well, again, what makes you think the Russians are dumb? Their appearance? What exactly? Their accent? Their weird language? Their traditions? They make the cross the other way that other people make. They use 3 fingers, don't use the whole palm. What is it? They jerk off with the right hand, not with the left hand. What is it that makes you think these guys are tards? Because I have evidence to contradict that assumption. They have nuclear weapons. They are flying airplanes. They're sending rockets in the space. They used to have a space station over there. The only one, while the Americans didn't. They sent their first satellite on the orbit and all that. What makes you think they have nuclear weapons? And do you think that if they're so tards, they can't function with drones? They need to hire Kurds? Have you looked at the Kurdish military, if any? Or mercenaries? Do they have any industry of drones? How they acquired? Do they build the drones? How do they do it? They take the drones. Do they have an industry? They produce steel? They have an aviation? The Kurd militaries? No. If they have, they buy it from someone else, low level. They don't have the high tech. And then they learn how to operate it. And do you think the Russians are incapable of learning? They don't have personnel? They have universities. I never heard of a Kurdish university. I don't want to insult them. Have you heard of it? Give me a name. I don't know of any. So you know what I mean? And the mercenaries, why would they know more than the Russians? You tell me. That you have to, and same with Iranians, smart people. I admire the Persian Empire. I admire their civilization. I love it. I have no problem with that. No problem. But the thing is, to think that somehow a nation, in this case Russia, needs another nation, whatever nation that might be, to come and operate some drones, that's impossible. That's dumb. But they dare to tell you that. So I don't think they use those guys for that. They might use them for something else, pop, or something else, boom, or something, or zoom, or something like that, or from nothing like, I don't believe, not impossible. But to make this kind of statements, you make it only to destroy the relationship between, in this case, Turkey and Russia. Yeah, and the other one with the balloons story, United States somehow will intervene because its airspace was violated. That's the whole purpose. I've never heard of any balloons. All of a sudden, it's the balloon season. Everybody's birthday is today, and they release balloons in the air and so on. Not impossible. I give it not even 1% that that's true what these guys are saying. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, you guys, obviously, I would like you to do some research and find other things. But, I mean, even if you don't have the information, from the standpoint of interest and logic, guys, you have a long road ahead of you to prove that those things will be connected. And wait, right now they just make the case with the Kurds and with the balloons. And they're going to grow. In a few days, they're going to say, oh, it was the Russian balloon. You'll see. They will get or probably, not impossible. That's how they would get. They will have no evidence. And if they have an evidence, it's top secret. But believe me, like this, how can I argue with anybody? It's like I go to do my job and I tell everybody, no, you do like I do, because what I say, because I know. I don't have to argue anything. I'm just saying, and because I'm what I am, I'm telling you, and that's top secret. You do what I say. It doesn't work that way. If it works like that, that's unaccountable tyranny right there in power. And as far as I know, that doesn't work in a free world. Does it? Yeah, I think it does. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.